We're back. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna give it some time for everybody to come in. I was on a roll for sure, but my phone overheated in that space. So let me move. Okay. I'm going to move into the shade a bit so that way I can do this reading for y'all. So welcome back if you're coming back. I know I was like really on a roll there. Like the spirit was kicking it so high, like the technology could not fucking hang, and also the heat, the sun. So I'm going to just move really quick, but y'all stay here with me because like seriously, I want to give you guys all this message. I can't even like fully even repeat everything that I just said, so I guess it was for those of you that was tuned in that part. I don't even know if it shared it or not, but this is what we are going to do. We are going to, yes, I'm glad you're back. Please share this video out, so that way anybody that may need to listen to this message, you know, they can get this frequency, they can get this vibe, right? They can get these messages. And so I'm just gonna be moving this stuff over, or maybe I can, you know what, this might work right here. Let's see, because I did say it was too sunny in that particular spot. But let's see if this works here. Nah, this might make, this sun is no joke. All right, I'm just gonna move to the shadow a bit. So yes. For those of you that just came back, greetings. You know, if you're just tuning in again for the first time, welcome. Let me see here. I'm just trying to get this message out for you all where my phone doesn't overheat. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to my intuition and move because I was on point, and this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're doing. We're doing this together. Let me bring my water. Okay. Hi, Stella. I joined you. Okay, this is a lot better for y'all. I'm just gonna sit on my sweater. There we go. By the tree. I don't know if y'all see all those leaves, but there we go. Listen, I don't let nothing stop my flow, right? I let my true self be the light and the way, even if I gotta go, right? We was talking about going into dark spaces, right, and being that light. So it is what it is. The sun. Right, what's so funny is I was listening to this song and it was like, you know, you don't let a hater dim your light. You don't let a hater put you to shame, right? So really allowing yourself to really thrive as who you are. And this goes back into like, you may not like what another person loves, but you know, you don't have to go try to be that hater on their mission. In a sense, just understand it is what it is, whether you like it or not. That is what they're bringing forth. That is what they're manifesting into this world. Hopefully, even though the first part got cut off, maybe that'll just save automatically. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was in the flow of spirit, so I don't even fully remember everything I was saying. So we're gonna get into these messages. We're gonna get into these messages here. I know I was talking about intuitively, you know, the psychic messages, the Virgo, Mercury, the planets being in direct alignment right now. So this is definitely a great time for you to be prioritize what it is that needs to be, and what needs to be prioritized, right? What needs to be prioritized. This is also a time of healing. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, right? It jumped out in reverse. So the Three of Swords in reverse, this is talking about like heartaches and stuff like that. But when it's, upright, right? But when it's in reverse, This is bringing that the truth of the revelations, because this is when truth hurts, right? The swords are upright, is the truth, but it's also a lot of mental stuff, right? This, when it's downward like this, and I was talking about how the heart goes in both directions. It goes up, it goes down, it goes in all directions, right? So with it in reverse, it talks about that healing that's happening, the cutting of illusions to bring what is fruitful into your heart to be in that alignment for you. It's no longer you being in that pain and that agony, you know, from overthinking and causing that stress and that burden in your heart. But it's about that healing within you, going within that healing, taking that truth and balancing it with the heart and saying, you know what, I could accept the truth for what it is, and I'm gonna stop hurting myself, and I'm gonna be okay with what exactly is. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna overthink what is in that heart space, but I'm really gonna be honest with myself. I'm gonna be honest with all situations, and I'm going to heal and be healed. I am healed, right? So and then in the bottom of the deck right there, we have the Queen of Wands here, and this is a very powerful woman who, you know, and you can be a man as well. It's just a divine feminine energy here, that she's very much in tune with her magic, very much in tune with her divine frequency, the divine mother creation, that she is very powerful, very magical, and it can really attract what it is that she desires, right? So whether you are a man or woman, I was talking about the matrix being the womb space. I was talking about Virgo being the mother. I was talking about how it's connected with Mercury, the magician, the alchemist. Really just bringing all of those alignments in together into yourself, really tuning into the divine mother within yourself to be in that creative space and weave the web as that's divinely for you, right? And not to fall victim to the traps of the illusions, right? But cutting through those illusions. That's why the Three of Swords was in reverse. We cutting through those illusions, and we bringing only the truth into our manifestation. This is a woman that practices the craft, right? They call her the bruja in a sense, right? The magician in a sense. This is, you know, the minor arcana magician in a sense, right? Tapped in with the divine feminine creative energy, right? And it takes that love. It doesn't take heartbreak to create something. It takes believing in your heart space, believing in your love, and to create that, whether it's believing in an idea or believing in the space that you're in. Like I said, you know, even creating a baby, whether it's a 10-year marriage, or it's coming to me, whether it's a 10-year marriage or it's a one-night stand, you know, to create that baby, that love, you believed in that moment, that to be so true and so alleviating to the heart and so magical that it created, right? So you allow that creation to flow, and the Queen of Wands, she's irresistible, right? So she's able to manifest what it is because she has that natural attraction ability, right? So I'm gonna just keep those in the deck, right? Because I wasn't actually like fully pulling out here just yet, but I guess that was just to kind of sum up and recall what was the last message, right? And she's really confident in her being, confident in her love, confident in saying, you know, in her divine purpose, sitting on her throne, really saying, you know what, I hold the torch. I hold that wand, that staff. She's holding that staff. She's like, yo, I hold the staff, is that divine masculine energy. I'm able to create, put the power of creation into the patterns in which is going to be in my direction. So she points the wand being the staff, the phallus, the direction. What does the phallus do? The masculine do? They produce the patterns. They produce the patterns so that it with the mother not only being in the womb space of creation, but also the one that caters and puts the love and the energy and the water, the life force into that pattern so that it manifests in the matter. Again, matter, mother. Right? So really holding that and saying, you know what, I'm powerful in my divine right. I know how to take the alchemist within me, that communicative part, and let my light put in the love to manifest in the direction that I wanted to direct to. And with the phallus, I create the pattern. I allow it to do put its part, the seed for creation, right? But the creative part is the mother part. So, but that's why it's important to have that balance, right? Because we need that masculine seated pattern energy and the projective energy, right? Because the projector energy is that masculine energy. So that it is in divine right for you to be that magician that you are, right? For her to be a bruja, or whether you're a man, right? You can be really in tune with your divine feminine self to be the creator that you are and say, I create my reality. And so all my creations come into manifestations because I love my ideas. I believe in my ideas. I believe in my purpose. I believe in my power. I believe in the messages from the divine that this is guiding me, and I believe in that in the light that I am to really be in harmony with, the fluidity of currency, right? The energetic currency. This could also be, the material currency, the abundant currency. I feel like this is, again, a very revealing, truthful full moon here that is full of magic. And I did say that, water being, we have the 8 of Wands here, which represents Mercury, that travel, that communication. Things are going to be happening really fast. In the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles here. And this King of Pentacles, he's very nurturing, but he's very so in tune with his divine masculine feminine energies as well, because as much as he's a nurturer, he's a provider, right? So this is the masculine energy providing that support, providing that nurturance in alignment with the divine feminine matter energy, right? To bring it into fruition. And then we also have the phallus here. We have, again, there's a lot of new beginnings here, new opportunities here, new ideas that's going to manifest into the physical, new ideas that's really going to be tangible here. Writing your ideas down, putting it on paper, and really taking the initiative to say, I'm going to direct my power, my energy into the proper alignment to where it is that it is serving me in every way that it can, that it is everything that I seek and I desire is tangible. It's tangible and it's supported by the masculine and feminine energies. And so it is. And with that, it's moving. I'm moving towards it, and it's moving to me. We are harmonizing together into one world. We are harmonizing together, right? So that's just, I guess, a pre-shuffle here. I feel like, for those of you that are really putting in the work, however that may look like for you, but those of you that are really putting in the work to bring in your manifestations, this is going to be a very potent time for you to really trust in that. Telling you, putting in the work, right? Putting in the work. Don't feel some of y'all may be feeling overburdened or tired or overthinking. Maybe you feel like you're not really sleeping. You're not sure if not sure if what it is that you're doing is in alignment with you. If what you are doing is not serving you, it's keeping you depressed, right? Because the 10 of Swords is also a depressive energy, right? So my advice to you is that if you see that what it is you're doing is kind of keeping you in a depressive state, that may not be in your true alignment. And this moon is going to be bringing out a lot of revelations for that, so that you can really direct your energy to that which is working for you, for that you have mastered. Because this is also a mastering energy, even though it's not like, it's a mastering energy because they know how to do it over and over and over. But is what you're doing a cycle that is not serving you, or a cycle that is serving you, right? Is what you are doing over and over producing the results that you are looking for, or is it not? Because if it's producing a result that is keeping you in a space of depression, keeping you up at night where you can't sleep and you can't function and you can't think correctly, then that is something, those are signs that you need to take heed to and say, this may not be working out for me, and that's okay. This may have been something thing that I thought, and this is what I mentioned in the other video where it was getting cut off. Sometimes you feel in your heart so true that you in love with your ego and think that it's something that's really working in your favor, and you just kind of see yourself in a loop and not really seeing those major changes, right? And things take time for you to see the results, right? They do take time for you to see the results. But if you're in a constant loop where you're not getting adequate sleep, you're, still in a depressive overthinking space, then that's not working for you. And that's so feeding the ego in a sense. And it's time for you to tap in deeper into the heart space, deeper into what you truly love, and let that manifest, because you are feeding an energy because you love it, right? But it might be a love of an attachment rather than the love of your higher self really guiding you to where it is. Because if so, you would not be in that depressive state. You would not be in that overthought. You will be filled with a lot of ideas rather than obstacles, in a sense, right? So these are questions that you can possibly ask yourself. Is what you're doing working in your favor? Yeah, we have the devil, we have the Capricorn energy, right? And, one thing that, is a misconception with the devil, yes, it's temptation, but the devil don't make you do nothing that you didn't want to do. The devil didn't make you do nothing that you didn't want to do. So you can't sit there and be blaming the devil. You can't sit there and be blaming the devil for your attachments. No, you wanted to stay in that space, but it's also corporate, right? So maybe somebody is working in corporate America and you're not really feeling like that's your realm anymore. Maybe it's not cooperating with you anymore, right? And maybe it's just the lust of the idea, the lust of the attachment that's keeping you. It's a lustful energy, right? And so the beautiful side about the devil card also is not just the love, but it's the revelation of the freedom that we actually have of free will to pick and choose what it is that is truly in alignment with us. We can choose to say, I refuse to keep wearing those shackles. You know what? I'm going to make the devil my footstool. And that's why people, when it comes down to that Capricornian energy, they don't know. They say, oh, it's so mischievous, it's so malicious, it's so bad. But it's like, we don't give y'all nothing that you wasn't already in resonance with. This is in your frequency. This is what you choosing. So sometimes it's that tough love. The devil is like the shadow side of the Lovers card in a sense, right? And it's not even a bad thing. It's not good or bad. It just is what it is. And it's saying like, are you gonna dance in a free? Because the devil's also with that energy being the projector is also showing how you could create with that you are attached to, with that you are lustful for, with your desires. You can create with that, and that's what I was mentioning before. But it also sometimes for some people it resonates getting a job or leaving a job as well. And and if it's getting a job, it can say that this is a corporate job, right? So it has many different meanings, and because this is a collective message, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. I cannot say, that this is about temptation and you going the wrong way, because it just might very well be that you really love working in corporate America and you have been trying to get into a new job, but maybe you were fearful to apply for a job that's in a corporate position that's going to put you in a higher position or put you in as a CEO, and you taking the initiative to actually put yourself there will take you out of that depressive state, take you out of like saying like you're not able to manifest and bring into this world what it is that you really want and that you can get that job, right? So it can mean very different for everyone. I don't read these cards according to just how it is. I read it intuitively. And so that's why the one-on-ones is a bit different. It's a bit more directive as opposed to collectively. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. I know that the first video got cut off, and so I didn't even get to fully do the intro, and I was, the intro was saying, take what messages resonate with you and leave behind what doesn't, but trust in your spirit that you was guided here for a particular message for a particular reason, whether it's the whole message or just an aspect of it, right? So let's get into it. I'm already in a role. I was already active. I'm telling you, I was hyped with that first one, but it is what it is. I'm not attached to whether y'all, whoever was that message for, those messages for, they the ones that got it. They was there. And if you're not here now, then it is what it is. That was your message. That's what you needed for your collective message, and that's it. It don't got nothing to do with me. It don't got nothing to do with me. So let's go into this full moon collective reading. A lot of revelations, a lot of healing, a lot of tangible results here. I gotta move my back. Oh, there we go. Oh! Because the way I was sitting, there we go. Hello, welcome, and I can see y'all comments a bit better now. It was too sunny over there, and I wanted to give y'all those sun vibes, but you know what? I'm gonna be the light for y'all. Let me just be the light, alright? The bottom of the deck, the Empress, as I said that with that sunny sun, right? Being the light, being the creator. One more time here. What is the general collective message for this full moon in Virgo? Whoo! What a vibe, what a vibe, what a vibe. I love what I do, so that's why it doesn't matter what's going on. I'm not going to sit there and let the haters put me to shame and put me in a space of doubt so that I don't do what is divinely righted for me. No, I love exactly what I do, so I'm going to continue to do what it is that I do. Can't cut off no motherfucking video. Think that you gonna outcast me, nigga. I shine in the dark and the light. You know what I'm saying? We got the Chariot card here, the card of victory here. This is definitely so as I mentioned, I was talking about how Pisces represents the moon card in the tarot. But people will say the moon card also represents Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon element, right? So maybe you have a Cancer moon or, you're just a Cancer sun, whatever. This is going to be for everybody in general. But this is Cancerian energy, right? This could be that maybe you have been a little bit crabby, right? Or a little bit shy in your shell, not really taking the self out of the show, and you come into a place now where you're like, you know what, I could only be in my shell but for so long. I'm not gonna be going back. I'm not gonna let that depressive fear cause me to not be moving into the direction that is working for me. I'm breaking that cycle and I'm going into the direction of that which works in my favor, that which is working for me. So the Chariot is that ride, right? It's like the four horsemen going. They going on their mission. They don't give a fuck and what's not in alignment with anybody else. It's what's in alignment with them, and they come from the four directions and they ride on their high horse and they get shit done. This is that victory here. So you get your shit done. You have the four pillars around you, right, of security. You have the all-seeing eye, knowing the way, having that divine wisdom in connection with you, right? Having the masculine and feminine energies in support of your foundation here, right? And so here they're not really moving too much. So again, let's get a little bit of clarity here. All right, we have the Six of Chalice that came out in reverse, but I felt intuitively, I felt like I had to put it up, but I'm gonna give it to you both ways. So for those of you that's kind of feeling a little bit stagnant or stuck, this could be that possibly there was some things of the past that was holding you back. This could be your emotions, toxic emotions, or that clinginess to, it could have been things from your childhood that you wanted to bring into manifestation, and that wasn't necessary. That was for your teacher, for your guidance, but it wasn't necessarily for your alignment in a way. And it's up to you to really take those and as a lesson learned and be in a happy place, right? This could be someone that maybe it's time for you to go a little bit deeper, dive in a little bit deeper here. This could also be, maybe somebody, I'm getting maybe somebody had a miscarriage or something, right? And having to deal with either having a miscarriage or they're not able to have children. Good. If you're someone who's not able to have children and you maybe been feeling stuck, Spirit is asking you to tap into the inner child within yourself to really get you going in a happy place, in a motivated place to move you forward here, so that you can cut through the illusions and know that you are still very creative in different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean through birth. Maybe it was something within yourself here that you weren't. It could have been a surgery or something, because I see like the sword here, very, very sharp. Or, God, what is this? Six of Chalice. This. Okay, yeah. Okay, it was. All right. So this could be someone who is not really opening up their heart space here. Kind of bit cold, kind of bit unsure if they. I'm gonna recommend opening up your heart. Here we have the Sun in the bottom of the deck here, which is the child energy. It's Leo energy as well, so possibly you're a Leo, and maybe there was some fertility things that left you feeling a little bit unbalanced within your inner waters, a bit in a space of getting into a depression in a sense, or maybe you feel like you don't have enough access to currencies or something like that. But I feel like overall that you are starting to redirect yourself. This is why I had to bring it up. You had to really tap into that inner child and start seeing things directly, putting things into the sword of truth, saying, okay, you know what? She's staring at that sword of truth. Staring at that sword of truth, saying, you know what, I'm not gonna be in denial here. What didn't work out for me before, because this is also like nostalgia energy, right? So things of the past, saying I'm not gonna let for those of you for it going up, okay, this could have been things that was coming up during Mercury retrograde that was reminding you of your past and stuff like that. Maybe you almost was like gonna let that, you was almost gonna consider it bringing it back or something like that, and you decided no, hold up, I'm gonna be in my happy place. I'm gonna see through the truth. I'm gonna see through the truth, and I'm gonna walk in my directive path here, my directive path, and I'm not gonna let the past influence my direction no more. I'm focused, right? So practicing a bit of that focus energy so that you can move forward. Let me get another clarity, one more clarity card on this Queen of Swords energy here. Yeah, see, you're going to be moving forward here. This was very emotional. Trusting your heart. This could have been like maybe there was certain ideas that were very premature. Okay, this could have been premature energy that it didn't necessarily come out the way that you thought it was going to come out, but it's going to come out even better, right? So for some of you, this could have been possibly, you trying to move and things didn't go the way that you planned it with certain expectations, but things are going to come out even better than your expectations. And that even though it was something that was done prematurely, or it was something that didn't fulfill you in that way, maybe during the Mercury retrograde you started to revisit that and come out of your crabby shell and say, you know what, I'm gonna walk in my purpose because I love this idea. I really love this idea, and I'm gonna put it into fruition. This is also reminding me of the Blue Jay energy, right? Because with the Blue Jay energy, they sometimes they get a lot of ideas, but they don't always fulfill their purpose of their ideas. So it's a lot of those seeded ideas coming down to you and is embedded in your genetics. but it's like starting something and not finishing. So I think somebody here is actually starting to be on their right path. Like they're no longer letting their past fears, they're no longer letting anybody, like any hater, whether it's family, friends, or whatever, really get in the way of what it is that they really love. And so they're going after what it is they love with a new fresh of eyes, with a new fresh of and that was like the Hawk spirit that I mentioned before in the last video, with a new fresh perspective, and letting their inner child thrive, right? Letting their inner child thrive and bringing creation to happen in many different areas here. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant here. So this is the Divine Father energy here. Bringing that harmony, that union. Maybe there was something, maybe some of you were feeling like, you were wanting to just break out of the ordinary, and you was a little bit afraid because you wasn't sure if your family was actually going to be accepting you. But in your heart space, you just knew, like, I have to do things a little bit different, because that hasn't really worked out for them, or hasn't really worked out for me. So again, it can be very, very, very different. Very different. Let's see here. What is a hidden energy, a hidden force? And then I'm going to get some advice cards and stuff like that. But let's see what's the hidden force energy. What is hidden for this full moon in Virgo? You could be a Pisces. I was getting strong Pisces. It could be somebody that's a Pisces that, maybe you have children, but your children are older already, and you were living one way traditionally to keep your children on a certain path in a certain way, and now your inner child is saying, is trying to be in alignment with your higher self, with the sun, and it's really like, okay, mom, now it's time for mom to thrive. Now it's time for you. Your children are now looking at you like it's like they believe in you so much that it's only for you to believe in yourself to get things done. So that way they can see that they don't have to be in a fear mode either, to trust in what it is that is happy for them and playful for them, that they can make money being playful and doing what it is that they love in a way, because mom has showed them that they can do and be anything, and that there's victory in there, right? So that could be an energy. You can be like a water sign, you could be a Cancer, Pisces. I'm just giving out signs, so in general you don't have to be any of those signs, but whatever resonates for you. And it's your time. I'm gonna say this is your time here, and it's about going back and saying, you know what, now my children are older, so now I can do me. Now I can do me, and I don't have to worry about whether I fail or succeed, because they're older. They can take care of themselves now. If I fail, I can just go and do it again, or I can say, you know what, I'm not gonna fail. This is a lesson learned. I have time and opportunity to get this right. Excuse me. I'ma just fix this in front of y'all because it's gonna bother me. Who? Hola. Don't mind me. I don't care. This is my divine feminine self, like really just wanting to be in the beauty of my accessories, right? And there was a card that came out. I didn't even look at it yet. Phone is gonna die too. I didn't even look at it yet, but I'm just showing y'all. It's flipped over. So maybe y'all just got kind of like a tutorial, a short semi-tutorial as to like how to wrap your hair, right? At the same time, look at this. We multi-dimensional up in here, y'all. Do what you love and love what you do. Okay, so this card. I told you could be a Pisces, man. So we have the Hangman in reverse here. The Hangman in reverse. This tells me that whatever sacrifices you went through, you learned the lessons through those sacrifices. You're no longer stagnated. You're allowing yourself to say, yo, I'm not stuck no more. I did my deep this is when you have to like take that step of taking the initiative to go within and take that initiative to do deep diving and deep introspection, right? But with it in reverse, you're like, yo, I paid my price, I paid my sacrifices. This is also the card of Pisces here, so you have that clear vision to move forward. There is no stagnation. You realize there is no trap. The only trap is the sacrifices that you keep. You're telling yourself that you need to feel, that you need to go through that. Those are the and in the bottom of the deck, I can't make this up. This is divinely contracted for you. We have the Three of Pentacles here. This is going to work out in your favor. This is collaboration. You taking the mother, the father, the child and bringing it into fruition. Like, you're going to thrive. You're going to thrive. So wherever it is that you are in your journey, just know that while it may have seemed almost hard to move forward, you are actually pushing forth, whether you somebody feels like this is your divine purpose or you should do it or not, whether people agree with you or not. You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna trust in my heart. I'm gonna really take whether I have children, I want children, or whatever. This could also be that if you wanted children, maybe there was something that you had to gain some truth here, and now you're moving forward. If you can't have children, it's you taking your creative energy and moving it into a direction that you are still fertilizing the earth and still creating in the earth in the way that in the other creative ways, because there's an infinite amount of possibilities of creative energies. It doesn't necessarily just stop with a child, right? So allowing yourself to say, I am the child as well, and I am going to allow myself to be playful with my imagination, but I'm not going to fall victim to a fantasy, right? Because with this in reverse, this is also you letting go of those fantasies and seeing the reality of things too. Because maybe there was just certain things that it was like, you was fantasizing of how you're doing it. Now you're bringing your fantasy into reality. You can see it as something tangible, right? It's something tangible. It doesn't have to just stay in your subconscious. It doesn't have to stay in that womb space trap without feeling like, oh, it can't really be moved. Now you're moving that energy up and out. You're moving the energy up and out. I'm going to do it one more time. We are moving that energy up and out. All right. So let's get that was the hidden message. It's also because the sun is in Pisces also, and it's a full moon reading. This is also that you can't see the sun at night because it's not the sun's time, but it's the moon's time, right? And so it's okay that you can move forward, whether it's day, it's night, it doesn't matter. The timing is always now, and you can say, I have that light within me. I have the magic in me. Just because I can't see the sun at this time doesn't mean that in the other side it's not shining within me, or that it's not going to shine in the morning. It's going to shine. Moving that energy up and out. Yeah. All right, so what is some advice that we can give with this hidden force here? I'm going to do two, I guess. I'm going to do energy with the Chariot as to how to move forward. No, that's the Victory. Okay, energy, advice for the Hangman. So how to move forward. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this shows me, this is the friendliness card here, and it's the 2, and you see the 2 trees. This is reminding me of the collaboration energy that I was just seeing here with the 3 of Pentacles energy. This is collaboration. This is saying that, you know what, you may be different from your friends, and your friends may be different from you, but y'all both have your own light. Y'all have your own beauty. Y'all have your own way of thriving, right? And really harmonizing with each other, as y'all could collaborate with each other and support each other while still being individuals, right? And this is sometimes, like, you know, sometimes you want to collaborate with somebody, but they might have like a different way of thinking in a sense, but their different ways of thinking actually supports your process, and your different way of thinking supports their process. So this is also a support system here. This is foundation. That's that earthly round matter energy. You know, that the fruitfulness of the tree really being in alignment with you know, their lower and their higher chakras, really being centered in their core, right? They're stable and centered in their core. This is also, you know, it reminds me of like that Gemini energy in a sense, with the polars, really polarizing, but in a friendly way, in a harmonious way, in a partnership way. For some of you, this could be you know, that maybe you're gonna be meeting new friends, new networks, right? This could be networking here, because we have the trees and the branches. And what happens with the trees and the branches? They start to merge together. You see that they're merging, and it's with the orange color, right? And the orange color is the sacral chakra, is that creative chakra. So it's taking you weaving one web, and they're weaving another web, and now you are networking. You are networking together, and you're putting your webs and your branches together while still saying, I have my family tree, you have your family tree, and we're colliding together and meeting at the center. We know that there are differences. We know that there's opposites, but we know that it's not about the separation is not true, because look at in the higher, in the cosmics, it's all one. In the cosmic world, it's all one. It looks like a separation in the physical realm, but even in the lower, we know it is all one. It all mends into one space. This is us having that one source energy, but still allowing ourselves to be in love with our individuality. And it is okay to be an individual, and you do not have to be in a space of having your polar opposite doesn't have to be your enemy. When you are in harmony with who you truly are, you see the bigger picture. That was, remember, the hawk in the sky flying, seeing the bigger picture. Seeing the bigger picture, and seeing how, you know, it is divinely, it's okay to be separate people, because there is no true separation. That is an illusion. Let me get one more advice here. And it's funny because it looks like the trees are actually talking to each other. Y'all may not see that, but it looks like there's faces on the trees, and like they are looking at each other, talking. There's a great telepathy energy with trees as well, and I actually have the camera, I'm gonna show you, on a tree, holding it down. Let me get one more. There we go. So in the bottom of the deck, we have here also, I'm gonna take out these 3 cards here, because it's really, somebody could be dealing with some conditioning here. Maybe you are a Leo and you're having to work through what, you know, your conditionings here. But there's, again, those infinite possibilities that I was talking about. And the reason I brought this is the ego, but it's flying in the sky, and the sun is there. The sun is going down, right? The sun is setting, and so it's getting closer to the nighttime, right? But having that the perception of knowing the infinite possibilities that's there. And we have 6 with compromising, right? So the 2 differences, compromising with each other, right? Compromising with each other is going to bring healing. Compromising brings healing. Compromising brings healing. Taking your light and shadow side and harmonizing with one, and compromising, you know, compromising what it is that you don't like, in a way to kind of learn from a different perspective, right? From a higher perspective will bring the healing, right? Will bring the healing. I'm going to get an animal card. What animal is supporting this message? What animal is supporting this message? Reclaim your power with the number 44 and the Panther spirit. I love my Black Panthers. They're the black jaguar, right? And when I was a child, right? And then in the bottom of the deck, we have the koala spirit, where spirit has a plan, right? So trusting in your divine plan. The panther spirit, my mom, I remember she used to have, the blue jay just like almost flew with my crystals. But anyway, my mom used to have like a bunch of Black Panther statues in her house as I was a child growing up. And she had this big, beautiful, she still has the photo. It was a photo. It was made out of pure velvet material. And it was a painting. And I don't know if it was like acrylic painting or what, but it was a painting. Oh my God, that's so cute. I'm sorry. The birds are like, there's two birds. Love birds. Oh, they're so cute. They're just chilling. All right. So she had this painting, and it was a black woman with an afro, and she had one nipple covered with like a green dress, and then the other nipple was like out, and she was holding, it was all dark in the background, but she was holding a candle. And in her holding the candle was illuminating the space. And this painting, she still has, is very beautiful. And this painting was gifted to her from somebody that's connected with the Black Panthers. And they gave it to her during her first childbirth for my brother. And I think that is so funny, because when you think of the 44 together breaks down to an 8. That's that infinite possibilities that I was sensing before. But panther spirits, they are cats, right? But they're very powerful, claiming your power, but also in a way where you are doing so with integrity. Doing so in the Black Panthers, they represent the divine masculine protecting the divine feminine, and the divine feminines protecting the divine masculines. They're warriors, but with a righteous cause, not self-righteousness, not in a way that is to actually harm others, but to protect and defend. And if they have to, they will slaughter the shit out of you to make sure that the foundation, the four, right? The culture, the community, the foundation, the 4 directions are in alignment with standing in your square and really being in a position that is in divine order with the divine. That is in order with the divine. With that feminine, masculine energies. Very fierce. That is why the Black Panther represents the blackness of the mother. Very much so that it's, that creative energy as well. Sometimes it seems like, there's a sense of sass and feistiness that goes on with this, but you gotta make sure that you are tuning in. You don't gotta do anything, but this is just what I'm getting with spirit. Doing so with integrity. And claiming your power. Doing so with confidence, the solar plexus. I don't want my phone to die and y'all don't get this message like my phone overheated before. So I'm going to end it with that. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. I love y'all. May this message serve in your highest and greatest good. May you reclaim your power and go in your path, doing what is right for you. Spirit got your back. There's a plan. Allow yourself to prioritize in that plan, right? Spirit's plan. Listen to your higher self. Make sure that you say, okay, you know what? I can stay in a place of compromising what is uncomfortable for me, so that I can actually be in alignment with what is divinely righted for me, for that stability, for the infinite possibilities, because that is what's going to heal my life. That is the healing right. That is the right and the light of my purpose. Right? There is no pause. There's a victory, but you got to make sure you coming out of that deep introspection and knowing what is an egotistical voice and what is your divine voice. That's your message, everybody. Happy Friday. Peace.